Hey everybody, welcome back. If you're new here, hi, I'm Mercury, and today I'm in the city and I am at a familiar place, but for a different reason. I am over here in Rockefeller Center, and it's not tree season, no, it's art season. So there are some new art installations that have popped up, and one of them is right here in Rockefeller Center, and then there's another one also in Midtown over by the Garment District. So I figured, let's go check out some free art that's on display. Got some sculptures that need to be viewed. Let's go see. If you've never been to Rockefeller Center, like not during the holiday season, it is a totally different vibe this time of year. We have our fountains with our water, no tree, and a lot more elbow room. It's actually kind of amazing to see the difference between how crowded this area gets in just a few months' time compared to how it is right now. But that doesn't mean that there are not things to be seen and done over here. There's a ton of shops. So if you go underground where Top of the Rock is, there are restaurants and like shops. It's like a mini mall underneath there. And let's go see what's going on where the ice skating rink usually is. So right there we have Top of the Rock. And one thing to say about New York is things are always changing. We have like this outdoor lounge space going on right now. So this area that we're looking at, this is where the ice skating rink is. Come the summertime in the past, they've had roller skating, but right now, pleasant seating area. But I'm making my way over here because at this end, this is where the art is on display. There are several sculptures, and I can see them from here, and they're very in theme for the springtime. So right here is the footprint of Top of the Rock, and this is actually where the Christmas tree is every year, and we have some sculptures on display. Let's get some information about them. So this is called Chamberlain Goes Outdoors, and it's presented by Munichen Gallery and Rockefeller Center. And there's also this barcode, so scan for more info. But what this sign is telling me about the work is that But the parts that were used in a lot of Chamberlain's art was like automotive parts, aluminum, what else does it say? Paper bags and foam. So very unique types of mixed media. Let's go take a look. So this is our first piece of art, which looks like a big green ring of foil. But based on the information, there's probably like foam and automotive parts and different things used for the structure, I would assume, based on what I read over there. I like how shiny it is in this mint shade of green. It's like really, really on point for spring. And as we walk on down, our next sculpture is rose gold in color, and it's like got twists at the top and almost like paddles on the sides. I'm not sure what to make of it, if it's like something entwined with itself. Let's go with some different angles on it. See what I mean? Like there's like a paddle piece and twists, but then there's these flat pieces like fins. Very, very interesting piece. I'm intrigued. It's times like this, I really wish those little signs had more information about what the artist's thought process was and like what the inspiration was, so I have more of a sense of where they're going with it. But there is something to be said for also just leaving it to my imagination. And what do I think of it? And what do you think of it? What are these pieces making you think of? Let's check out the last one. So our last one is this pastel pink. Same type of material and style, also twists and paddles, and these are getting progressively more twisty and intertwined, but the first one and the last one are both ring shaped, whereas the middle one was sort of like an undone ring. Interesting. So does anyone have any thoughts on the progression of the twists and the turns and versus the flat pieces? Like the way that it goes from being a singular green ring to now this multi-twisty ring, and then having the middle one with twists, but not in ring form. What do you guys think of it? I'm curious. So that was simple yet intriguing sculpture that was on display here at Rockefeller Center. And the color scheme is really in line with the springtime. Now I'm gonna walk over to Garment District over by 34th Street, a little before then. It's between 42nd and 34th over on Broadway, because that area, they have a new sculptural art on display as well, and I wanna go check that out too. So let's go walk over. So basically what I'm doing is I'm walking alongside Top of the Rock by where NBC Studios is. Also, if you're in New York and you wanna like try to spot a celebrity, this is a good spot. This is a good spot because if they're doing any sort of like talk shows or filming over here, this would be where they are. But never a guarantee. Never a guarantee. So take that with a grain of salt. So I took a turn down 6th Avenue, and I'm just basically gonna walk down here till I get to Bryant Park. So I made it over here by Bryant Park. You can see the Empire State Building in the background. And I'm just gonna go one more block, and then I'm gonna head to the right. And the reason that I didn't just turn right over here is because this will lead me right into the heart of Times Square, and I'd rather, you know, have one more block so it's a little less crowded. Little less. Okay, so I have made it to 41st, and I'm heading cross town. So I made it over to Broadway, and now I'm hanging a left. We are heading left, which is downtown. Heading downtown. And with that, I have arrived at the next set of sculptures. So some of them are set up over here by like some seating, but there's a bigger sculpture just on the next block. So because these are all by the seating, I'm not gonna get too close of a look at them, but we're gonna go to the big sculpture on the next block. And it's great because it's like a pedestrian thoroughfare over here. So as soon as we have right of way to get over there, we'll be footloose and fancy free to take a look. So here we are, these sculptures. Whoa, pigeons. Pigeons are coming in hot. So look at the size of this. Like these are immense, and there's a pigeon, 2 pigeons up there, so we don't want to go underneath those pigeons. But we'll come around on this side here. And it's just like these twirly, intertwiny, larger than life bits of sculpture here. So I believe this installation is called Roots. So like think about like tree roots and how they're all tangly and intertwiny like that, right? That's what this is supposed to sort of like invoke, is like nature and tree roots. And they're just coming out of the ground. Like you can see they're just sort of like here, right on out. So it's really interesting. There's a lot of like tables and seats set up here. So if you want to have like lunch, or there's actually a coffee over there too, that's another option. But you could come over here and enjoy the art in this pedestrian plaza. Just watch out for the pigeons. Watch out for the pigeons. There is one more of these large sculptures over here. So you can see, I'm gonna walk through it. You could go inside of it here. That's actually pretty cool. That's actually a pretty interesting perspective we got here. Look at that. And here's some more information about this art. So it's called New York Roots, and the artist is Steve Tobin. So when I was reading that sign, it was talking about how these roots are supposed to represent different families, friendships, community, and the coming together of different people. And I think that's great, and I can definitely see, like I said, it's all twisty, turny, and intertwined. And we all really are intertwined. And I think that's a good place to leave it. So with that, I am done for the day. I'll see you all real soon. And until then, stay inspired by everyone. Take care.